Hi, PreCal families. Welcome to Open House and welcome to PreCal. So in normal years, in non-pandemic years, this has always been a tough class. It really is, for many students, the first college level technical class they're taking. And the pace is much faster than Algebra 2. And there are certainly good arguments for slowing the pace down. However, this class is also half the speed of the same class at the U of A. So we're trying to get the kids ready for what they will need to be able to do in college, with much less support than they can have now. So please understand that the pace, it has to be faster than it was in Algebra 2. We also have a pandemic, and that has necessitated asynchronous instruction. The district has asked that most instruction not be dependent on the kid being able to log into a Zoom. So I'm making instructional videos of all the stuff our kids need to know to be successful in this class and posting them on YouTube. The links are available for our kids. In fact, why don't I show you how to find stuff on our team? Sadly, I can't add you to our team because our teams are locked behind a TUSD firewall. So it's only for kids in TUSD who have a TUSD email address. But I do want to show you where things are, so that you know that they're all there. Is really what I'm saying. Some students, even after a month, are only starting to wake up to the idea that while homework is not being collected while we're on pandemic time, we still have things that need to be handed in, and getting those done is really important. So here's our Microsoft Office 365 team. And over here, these are called channels, our assignments channel. And then we can, well, I said double click. There it is. So assignments and files. And when I go to files, I see that, in fact, I have access to all the units for the whole year. We're just finishing up Algebra Basics today. And in this folder, you can see a number of things. There's scanned homework pages from the textbook. We have these synchronized Zoom problems. So yeah, this is what I was saying before about our format. The instruction comes in the form of YouTube videos that I've made. And then what are we doing in class during our synchronous Zooms? Well, essentially, we're doing the homework. We're using a flipped classroom model. And so we're doing the homework in classes, but we don't usually get through all of them. And so I didn't think that would be fair to collect all that homework from the students in that situation. The district is requiring us to put in at least 2 grades a week. And so what I'm doing is I'm picking one of these synchronized Zoom session problem sets and asking the kids to hand those in once a week, as well as a little quiz on the major content of the last week to see, how kids are doing. I get to see how they're doing. You get to see how they're doing if you log into Parent View, and they get to see if what they've been doing is working or not. The tests, though, I don't think I can get any real fidelity for assessment if I do the tests online. I think that too many kids have expressed to me that they would not be comfortable with the relative ease with which cheating could occur. Either they would be tempted to do it, or they would be afraid that other people would do it. And so we are currently scheduled to take our 50-point graphing basics quiz, our 100-point algebra basics test. We're going to take those when we get back to in-person classes. And the students voted to have the reviews for those assessments when we get back. Um, just to promote them not forgetting everything between now and then, I will say that over here on the side, we have recorded daily Zooms. And so they can go and see the Zooms again to go over problems again that they might have forgotten about. Um, and I've also instituted a textbook project this year. And our textbook project, essentially the students have to write a description of all the topics covered in the unit. They have to do some example problems, write out some example problems, and then provide an assessment for that unit. This will give them all a little more practice with the material, um, but but I don't think that solves it all. I think that some students, even given the opportunity to practice, still also need the opportunity to ask for help. And so I just want to reassure you that help is terribly, terribly available. I'm available in office hours Zooms, both at lunch and after school until 4. And of course, they can always ask questions in class during our synchronous Zooms, or they can ask questions at night and on the weekend by using our GroupMe chat app. Help is definitely available. Yeah, a number of students have said to me that they actually kind of like this flipped model because it allows them to do something that they've never been able to do before, which is pause the instructor, i.e. they pause me during watching the video so they can write something down, or they can go back and watch something again to better understand it. And many students are liking it for that reason. There are a lot of students who are finding it really a hard transition to the flipped classroom because they're accustomed to showing up. And just by showing up in our synchronous time, they're accustomed to getting all the knowledge and often wouldn't do the homework. Well, now the stuff they're supposed to be doing at home is watching the instructional video. And many students are finding that when they don't do that, they don't actually have any clue on how to do the work we're doing in class. So I guess my biggest pieces of advice to parents would be, one, please, if there's any concern whatsoever, reach out to me. I've taught this longer than they've been alive and certainly have some suggestions and ideas to help. But two, um, if you want something to do, encourage them, nag them to watch their instructional videos. Write down any questions that they have so that they can ask them about things they didn't understand. In fact, have them just when they come up with the question, send the question to GroupMe, and then I'll be able to answer it relatively near the moment in time when they had the question. I'm really excited to get back to in-class teaching with our kids. And for now, we'll have to settle with online, but I think we can get through this. If your child has a grade that either you or they are not comfortable with, please reach out to me and let me know. And let's figure out a plan to help them all be successful. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks again for coming. Take care.